He was called the man whom death does not want. An American-born war veteran, mutilated in combat, who became the personal assassin for Benito Mussolini. His name was Amerigo Dumini, and his story is the story of how fascism, at its core, was a brutal culture of violence. Dumini was the one who pulled the trigger, buried the body, and nearly brought the entire regime crashing down. Today, we trace the dark path of the Duce's most loyal and most dangerous killer, exploring his role in the crime that changed Italian history: the murder of socialist leader Giacomo Matteotti. Dumini was born in St. Louis, Missouri in 1894. He moved to Italy and, like many young men of his generation, found purpose in the horrors of World War I. He joined the elite Arditi shock troops, the daring ones, where he was severely wounded and lost a hand. He was a decorated war hero, but the war ended, and these decorated killers returned home to find economic despair and social turmoil. Dumini became a squadrista, a black shirt in Florence, embracing the movement's central ideology: violence as a political tool. He quickly established a reputation for brutality, involved in numerous assaults and murders of political rivals. This vicious loyalty did not go unnoticed. He was soon given a role at the very heart of the fascist apparatus, a position that would forever stain the Duce's legacy. By 1924, Mussolini was prime minister, consolidating power through brute force and electoral fraud. The only man with the courage to truly stand against him was Giacomo Matteotti, the leader of the Unitary Socialist Party. On May 30th, 1924, Matteotti delivered a scathing speech in Parliament, denouncing the fascist election rigging and demanding the results be annulled. Matteotti had sealed his own fate. Mussolini was enraged, and the order for Matteotti's removal came from a sinister, secret group known as the Ceka, a fascist secret police operating out of the Ministry of the Interior. And the chief executioner of this Ceka, Amerigo Dumini. On June 10th, 1924, Dumini and his gang of 5 intercepted Matteotti on a Rome street. They wrestled the deputy into a car. Matteotti was brutally stabbed and beaten to death in the back of the vehicle, with Dumini leading the assault. The crime was sloppy. The car was quickly traced back to the fascist inner circle. When Matteotti's disappearance was announced, a political firestorm erupted. Mussolini's early regime was now on the brink. Mussolini publicly denied any involvement, claiming the crime was committed by his enemies to discredit him. He was forced to arrest the perpetrators, including Dumini. The initial trial, however, was a farce. Thanks to a political amnesty engineered by the Duce, Dumini served barely 11 months for the political murder. But the greatest danger to Mussolini was not the courts, but Dumini himself. Knowing the full details of the Duce's complicity, Dumini became a blackmailer. He demanded huge sums of money, lavish state pensions, and special favors from the fascist regime to maintain his silence. For the next 2 decades, Mussolini secretly funneled massive funds to Dumini, who had literally profited from his crime. He even filed a secret manuscript detailing the murder with a notary in Texas as an insurance policy against the Duce. Dumini's life remained a wild saga. During World War II, serving in North Africa, he was captured by the British, sentenced to death as a spy, and survived being hit by 17 bullets from a firing squad, earning him the moniker, the man whom death does not want. He escaped and somehow made his way back to Italy. After the fall of fascism, the Republic of Italy finally reopened the case. In 1947, Dumini was sentenced to 30 years in prison for the murder of Matteotti. He was eventually pardoned and died a free man in Rome in 1967. Amerigo Dumini remains the embodiment of the fascist pathology, a decorated soldier corrupted by ideology and power who committed one of the most consequential murders of the 20th century. His life proves that behind the grand rhetoric of dictatorship often lies the desperate and highly corrupt need to silence the truth. What do you make of Dumini's incredible survival and his role in history? Let us know in the comments below, and subscribe for more deep dives into history's most compelling characters. Thanks for watching.